Hey there, my friend. My name's Dave Wood, and today I want to talk about a kind of battle that happens actually inside of us all. Once this battle is balanced, it creates a magical result in your life, in every single area that you apply it. Something that few entrepreneurs or marketers ever really talk about in a lot of detail, because most of them don't understand how this idea really works inside. And that's the battle that's going on right now between your conscious and also your unconscious mind, and how to make your conscious and unconscious minds work together to achieve your goals and manifest them more easily and powerfully. See, there's a battle going on right now inside of you, and as you watch this episode, what you're going to find out is that you're going to start to win the battle inside automatically as your belief system expands to new levels and you start to know new things about your future and what you can do. And that, my friend, is my vision with the Daily Shortcut, to empower you to transform on the inside while you transform the world on the outside at the same time, creating synergy inside and outside and power to make more money while you have a life at the same time. Together we will change the hearts and minds of 1 million families to start, while empowering them to be free in a new and a simple way. Now, there are two sides to this battle that's happening on the inside. One side is the unconscious mind, and that's a goal-seeking or outcome-seeking mechanism. It acts as what's called a servo mechanism, always moving you towards specific outcomes automatically, 24 hours a day on autopilot, whether you want those or not. Now, here's the problem a lot of people experience. When you have crappy beliefs that don't align with your conscious outcomes, your unconscious mind often won't actually allow you to move towards certain goals and outcomes. Maybe you were taught that money is the root of all evil growing up, which is actually not even what the Bible says. Now, back then when you were growing up, you couldn't decide whether or not that was true or whether it wasn't true. Your brain didn't have the kind of thinking and logic ability that it has now. With that deep-rooted belief that you've got inside, your conscious mind might say, I want to make $500,000 this year. Well, your unconscious mind might say, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. Don't you remember that money is evil? Now, the unconscious works to move you towards your goals automatically, handling 99.9% of the information around you at all times. So its job is to move you towards pleasure and also to move you away from pain. When you have that screwy belief set, the unconscious mind will say things like money is evil, it's bad, I got to avoid it. So what it finds is a way of sabotaging all of your efforts that you're putting in consciously. Then there's the second side. The unconscious will first agree with what the conscious mind is telling it to do. So you have this kind of phenomenon where a lot of people will decide to start a business online or offline for one reason or the other, and they think it's going to be cool. They can own a private jet, they can purchase a Lamborghini or a Gallardo. They got these huge goals, and upon the creation of the shiny new goal, a negotiation starts between the conscious and the unconscious minds that a lot of times isn't productive for them, but you're not even aware of it. At all times, your unconscious is negotiating with your conscious. If you don't acknowledge your unconscious rules and guidelines, you're going to run into problems in your life every single time, and that, my friend, is actually called the battle of the minds. Your unconscious mind might say something like, I'd like this big goal, like the private jet. It'll be badass when I get it, but I have to work really hard. Do you understand that? And so you force yourself to work hard, and what you actually want is you want to delay your gratification and create a result you know it'll work. It's going to be off in the future. You've predefined it, you've written down, and you're saying to yourself, work hard now, get through the pain. I'm going to get this badass private jet. I'm going to get this new car. I'm going to get this cool stuff later. Let's go and let's begin. So to begin with, in this process, the unconscious disagrees with you, and the logic of delayed gratification that you're consciously imposing on yourself inside, it doesn't actually make sense. So to begin with, the unconscious actually disagrees with the logic of delayed gratification that you're consciously imposing on your external world. And because you're internally incongruent, you create a fight inside yourself that can actually lead to self-sabotage. And like I heard a famous trainer say one time, to change the fruit, you've actually got to get to the root. See, the root is your unconscious incongruity, And solving your unconscious incongruity will actually change the way you're behaving, change the money that you're making from the same efforts, and actually change the entire world in the way that you perceive it outside. As you change your unconscious belief system, your actions begin to change, and your unconscious, conscious perceptions of the world will merge into a single, unified, and powerful force of success manifestation that seems like magic, like shows like The Secret talk about. And then something powerful and interesting can happen, and this can actually change everything for you. And that's an epiphany that happens inside, where new beliefs begin to form about the world, and the world seems to change on the outside automatically to match your new and prosperous perceptions that you have inside your internal state and belief system. Well, you used to believe and act as if it's difficult. You now began to automatically change, and it starts fitting together easily in the exact right way all the time. It's like you have powers. See, the business learning curve is longer if somebody's fighting themselves than anybody could imagine if you're imagining that way. But your imagination can actually change how things happen and what you experience financially, the results that you produce, the results that you're producing externally in a world that seems to be built on rules. But I like what Neo in the Matrix so convincingly says. He says, the truth is, there is no spoon. You remember that part of the movie? See, many give up because they haven't mastered the secret of changing the world around you by first changing what's inside your heart. See, you're different, you're unique, you're powerful in your own way, and you actually have the power to succeed and actually create the desires that you have inside your heart. If you can imagine everything falling into place in the exact right way and being easy for you, that's actually exactly what can happen for you if you stay consistent and you keep paying attention carefully to each new episode of the Daily Shortcut and applying and actually going through the bonuses and the assignments that we give you each day. See, the kinds of people who find school easy, they always land high-paying jobs, and they always seem to effortlessly succeed, these people have actually mastered this secret of conscious and unconscious manifestation, and they have power over the invisible world in their external environment that's actually just an extension of the beautiful painting that you're building inside your unconscious mind. Those who carry on realize they all of a sudden, one day, have everything falling into place in the blink of an eye as the quantum mechanical power inside their brain begins to reconstruct the world in their external experience to give them exactly what they've always wanted at just the right time, all the time, or so it seems. It therefore is not discipline, but faith and systems of unconscious values that actually are going to create wealth and abundance as you speak into existence the world as you want it to be. In other words, you want to speak the world not as it is, you want to speak into the world as you want the world to be. Lots of people, they cut out everything else from their life as they're working, and they never ever realize the simplicity in the abundance that they can create inside. They convince themselves over and over again they shouldn't focus on anything else but how hard it is, how frustrating it is, and how much work they have left to do. Why not have fun at the same time as you create money out of thin air like you're a genie, rubbing yourself and granting yourself wishes? If you can do that, you can actually change not only your perception of the world, you can change the world with your words. As a couple of months or years go by in this process, the unconscious mind will change as you begin to fill it with new life and also new words and new perceptions of the future. It starts today by challenging the idea that you can't create the life that you want immediately and get the results that you want to get right now. And I'm here to tell you that you can do that. You can do it right now. You'll then start reversing the flow of fighting and change the nature of your internal and external experience. How would you like it if your unconscious mind was fighting your conscious poverty thinking and making you rich even when you didn't want to be? That's what transforming your mind daily with personal growth can do for you if you're just willing to be consistent right now and actually change the way that you think inside by reprogramming your conscious and your unconscious minds. Now your conscious mind can begin to say, you know, I've been doing this, I've been working hard for a while, it's a little painful and there's no private jet yet. And now your unconscious mind inside will now be the one that overcomes that objection automatically, making what you're doing work better and more effortlessly, making you rich instead. What if you instead said something like this? You said, Turns out that building this business is a lot easier than I imagined, but it just means we gotta work in a more fun way and get richer by working less at the same time in a more automated, simple, and happy way. See, that's the kind of thinking that you want. And it's usually at this time, when you start making this change, that your unconscious mind can say to you, screw this, it isn't worth it, and it starts sabotaging all your efforts. But you can change that right now, and you can start creating the success that you desire automatically. What if you totally eliminated the battle altogether and there was no battle in your mind, and you just started getting richer, you started getting happier and more free and more powerful and having better relationships in your life? Perhaps based on the past experiences that you've had, you think that it can't happen for you because you were taught something differently, maybe by people in the past, people who didn't have what you want to have in their life, and people maybe even who loved you no matter who they are, no matter how much they loved you. If they don't have what you wanted to have, they can't help you. But you can have your cake and eat it at the same time. Cake is more delicious that way, is what I like to say. See, the battle can actually just fade away in the past. You don't need to fight. You can just learn to walk in a more simple, a more powerful, a more abundant way every day in your life, starting today, by downloading your bonuses below this video. As a result of taking action and keeping things aligned, you increase your motivation and your desire to work because you're congruent from the inside out. You'll begin sabotaging your self-sabotage, turning off the TV and turning on the daily shortcut, and getting richer automatically in your business. Now, consciously, you may have no idea that this new internal success dialogue has been going on that's starting to happen inside. Maybe you'll just experience new things like an increase in motivation as you watch every day without even realizing it, just because you're continuing to download your daily audio, your daily bonuses, and all the gifts that I'm giving you. The unconscious mind works as a kind of quantum computer, always analyzing all the possible future outcomes at the same time and deciding instantaneously which actions you take and where you're going to be with who right now to result in the outcome that you're imagining inside in your future, giving you the results that you're imagining with the most emotional intensity automatically on autopilot, whether that's what you want or not. Which is why when it decides now that your efforts are going to make you rich, your efforts will do just that automatically. And all of a sudden, you'll find yourself walking in abundance, creating sales effortlessly, getting commissions daily, maybe even on autopilot. And this is just the unconscious mind giving you what you want for a change, just because you're paying attention as each new episode continues to come out, seeming to magically unfold while it speaks to you the exact right words into your mind, your heart, and your business. See, the solution for your new future is now, while you ask your unconscious mind what the rules are, finding your purpose inside, how you can connect with it, and start having fun in your business in this moment. Don't put it off in the future. Just start taking action and believing it's going to work for you, because it can, and it is. After a long time of struggle in the past, that can dissolve. Your unconscious will now work with you to create a more abundant future you can step into automatically and walk in prosperous, abundance, rich blessings everywhere in your life. Visualizing your private jet, new home, your car with passion as you focus on your written vision statement can create a pleasure inside and a manifestation energy that will change the nature of your future and what you have the power to create. You can stop delaying gratification and turn the 2 to 5 year plan into a lifestyle now plan instead, by paying attention, by taking action, and deciding to believe in a better and more powerful way that you can take action in. You need to reward your unconscious mind's cooperation after every big burst of motivation, after every big burst of effort, as you begin getting richer and more powerful and having success by applying these shortcuts. And the world, the universe, will seem to work together in your favor, blessing you 24/7 instead of what it used to do. Ask your unconscious mind now, What guidelines do you have to live by in order for it to work with you to achieve your goal? Repeat, unconscious mind. What do I need to do in order for you to work in cooperation with me to achieve my goal within the period of time that I have stated? Ask yourself several times until you go down deep and have no answers left, and eventually things will appear as if from nowhere there seems to be just the right answer for you. That, my friend, is the motivational source you now want to align with in your business today. For some people, it's taking time out every week for their spouse or for their children, not overworking, maybe resting on a schedule, maybe exercising, or maybe something even more personal like taking a walk while you listen to beautiful and enchanting music that speaks to your soul, or maybe something else that's more personal to you. Your unconscious has a kind of monopoly on your internal and external resources and your experiences. It actually controls which resources are distributed where in your life, and it puts them in whatever area you are truly in personal alignment with on the inside. And why not make that area you're in alignment with exactly what you want to create in your life? Because you can choose. You need to condition your unconscious mind to be in alignment with the pleasure of actually working and creating the results that you want. Because rewarding yourself with every small milestone you hit will do just that, and immediately begin transforming the nature of your future. A big goal in the distant future won't motivate you to reach it most of the time. If you don't have some kind of reward that you're giving yourself right now in this moment, like the 5-year plan, or when I do this in the future, then I'm going to hit my goal. That thinking is not actually congruent with the way your heart and your mind will automatically guide you to do the right thing most of the time, that create riches in your life today, but also extend out for a long period of time. You need to reward yourself regularly, every day. Start right now. Turn your work into pleasure and work with an energy that, as you're working, ignites the passion that you've got inside as you're creating commissions in a more automatic and simple way online, generating the power to create the lifestyle that you want in a faster and a more powerful way. If you do this for long enough, your unconscious mind will associate working with pleasure right now, so it can use all of your internal resources to guide you towards hitting your goal automatically in a more simple way. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The best thing is, this can all happen right now, and everything can change for you when you put your name and email in the form below and claim your 3 daily shortcuts, which are these. First, download the audio version of today's message and listen to it again and again, because it's free. It'll begin reprogramming your unconscious mind as you place these ideas with your energy into your heart and mind and begin to transform your thinking on the inside. Number 2, download the PDF workbook below and fill it out as you think about what I've said in each of these episodes, and you align your conscious and unconscious resources towards your purpose in a new and a more simplified way. Number 3, right now, this moment, get access to the Total Shortcut System and begin transforming with our community as we go out into the world to transform the world one human being at a time, starting with me and you. Leave me your thoughts in the comments right now below, and you could win $100, a free book, and even more. And I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. My name's Dave Wood, and you've just had the pleasure of enjoying a brand new episode of The Daily Shortcut. I'll see you tomorrow.